Novato Downtown Business Association. We would like to also recognize our contributing sponsors, Comcast Cable, Zenith Instant Printing, Novato Kitchens and Bath, and our one and only Novato Peony Hardware.
Happy 4th of July!
In addition, we would like to mention the names of the planning committee who worked so hard to make this parade happen every year. Chairwoman, chairperson, or just simply chair, Kathy Nickel. Vice Chair Philip Schlenker. Staging Director Jerry Peters. Committee members Jennifer Goldfinger, Dick Blaustein, Ramona Chipman, Charlotte Bayer, Vicki McDill, Paul Price, Michael Reed, Barbara Cronenberg, April Stark, Chip Young, June Haugen, Maureen Hune, Richard Maines, Bethany Hawkins, and Catherine Winberg. We would also like to recognize all the other volunteers who come out on parade day to help out. They are all the people in the yellow t-shirts. Please show them some appreciation. First, we have the Novato Police Department Project X car. It's a 1968 Chevy Nova built into a drag racing car and painted. Hey there, I'm talking. It's built into a drag racing car and painted to look just like a Novato Police Department, but don't worry, they really can't pull you over. Maybe we could pull them over with a citizen's arrest when they come racing down San Marin Drive. This is a joint venture of the Novato Police Department and the San Marin High School students. The car is raced at Infineon Speedway at Wednesday night drag races between patrol cars and high school students at the Top of the Cops program. Upgrades of the Project X car continue at the San Marin High School Auto Shop. The 1968 Chevrolet Blazer was donated to the Project X program by the Novato Fire District in 2002. Carrying the colors today is the Novato High School Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Lee Pfeiffer. This program is the oldest and longest running Air Force Junior ROTC organization in California. Chartered in 1966, the Novato program teaches aviation-related topics, personal responsibility and integrity, community involvement, hands-on leadership, and respect. Something to me. Somebody just handed something to me. Yes. Next we have the Contraband. Yes, there's another Contraband. This is a group of individual musicians who play in different bands throughout the North Bay. They meet in Novato once a year just to play our parade. After the parade, they go their merry ways and meet again the following year for the next Novato 4th of July parade. Many thanks to Maggiore and Gelati for their truck, Russ Pryor, their driver, and Arena Feeds for the bales of hay to sit on. Please don't go without playing us a tune. This happy-go-lucky and patriotic band. Let's hear it for the Contraband. But let's not bring any contraband. Next up we have Albert Nunez. Please welcome our Grand Marshal, Ken Hart. Ken has earned the title of Grand Marshal this year for his dedicated efforts towards improving the downtown Novato, USA. As president of the Downtown Novato Business Association for the past 4 years, Ken has contributed immensely to the revitalization of the downtown area. Ken was instrumental in the design and implementation of the Grand Avenue redevelopment plan. As an architect by profession, Ken has generously lent his skills to the city of Novato. Riding with Ken today are his wife, Kathy Rousseau, and his mother from Kent, Ohio, Edna Hart. The Hart family is riding in the classic carriage belonging to Al Nunez. Al always generously provides the transportation for our Grand Marshal every year. Let's give them all a warm thank you. Oh, Aldo tells me don't forget the dog. And your little dog, too. Grand Marshal Kent Hart. Don't ask him about the trees, please. Next up, we have Thorson's Auto Body. And seen hitchhiking out on Highway 101 because his car broke down. Glenn Thorson picked up a hitchhiker by the name of Bernie Myers, who happens to also be our mayor. He is riding in Glenn Thorson's 1929 Model A Roadster, a car that runs one day a year in our parade. I think last year he rode on the, let me figure it out, the 4th of July. Don't talk to me that way. Thank you, Bernie, and thank you, Glenn. Excuse me, is that up to code? Is that street legal, Sonny? Move on, we'll let it go this year. Bernie Myers, our mayor. Glenn Thorson, chauffeur. Coming up to that, Novato City Council member and Mayor Pro Tem Carol Dillon Knutson, and she's riding in a 1964 Ford Mustang owned and driven by Norm Thiel. Norm and Dave Thiel are behind the wheel. We ran a motor vehicle check and his record is clean. Thank you very much, Norm. Carol Dillon Knutson. Next up, we have the Novato City Council member, Judy Arnold. She is being driven by her husband, Bruce Arnold. And that is not a vintage Jeep. You'll see plenty of vintage Jeeps in a little while. Judy Arnold. Coming out of the on-deck circle into the batter's box is Vance Piper. And Vance is driving a 1962 Thunderbird who happened to pick up another hitchhiker by the name of Pat Eklund. Novato City Council member Pat, Patricia, or Patty. Ask her what she prefers. Pat Eklund. And another hitchhiker, her loyal dog Manfred. Looks like a wild fox to me. We just can't get enough of these city council people. Here she is, Jeannie McClaney. She's riding in a 1964 Ford Falcon owned and driven by Drago Golar.
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. You're funny to love.
Jeannie McClaney. I need a research staff. Cynthia Murray. Out cruising. And they didn't tell me. Well, it's a very beautiful green car. For Chevy Camaro SS Super Sport. Metallic green. Cynthia Murray, County Supervisor. Hello, Cynthia. Cynthia Murray. Don't ask her questions until Tuesday. All the way from Sacramento, Mr. Joe Nation, and that is his name. Although he works for the state, he also works for the nation. Mr. Joe Nation.
Hi, Cynthia.
Assemblymember Joe Nation, not riding in a 1966 Cobra, owned and driven by Ed Wise. Burning those calories. He had to go to one of those big pancake breakfasts, so he's deciding to burn it off. Keep up the good work, Joe. Don't ask him questions until next week. The Novato Chamber of Commerce proudly presents Novato's Citizen of the Year, Dr. Lois Merriweather Moore. Dr. Moore was nominated by the concerned citizens of Novato for her outstanding volunteer service to the Novato community in the areas of youth and volunteer organizations. A professor at the University of San Francisco from 1973 until 2002, she taught Spanish, English, and English as a second language for the Novato Unified School District. She received the honor of Citizen of the Year not only for her work as a strong community volunteer, but also for having achieved excellence as a leader in her professional field of education. She is driven in a beautiful car provided by Vic Mencarelli. Did I get it? Mencarelli. Hey, good to see you.
We're getting later down the street.
You know, the Tataglia family's been looking for you. I can see it's a catalog.
Hi, Lois.
Grandson, Devin Moore, who doesn't quite have a permit yet, but he isn't allowed to sit there. The Marin County Sheriff Bob Doyle. Marin County Sheriff Bob Doyle and his mounted posse. The Marin County Mounted Sheriff's Posse began in 1939 as a volunteer effort to protect the coast and citizens during World War II. Since its beginnings 60 plus years ago, the posse has moved on and after being very active in the search for the trailside killer, established itself as a professional mounted search and rescue operation. The posse works closely with Marin Open Space, Marin Water District, as well as state and federal park agencies, providing mounted searches taking place within those jurisdictions. Since its inception, the posse works solely at the discretion and advisement of Marin's sheriff. The posse is a tax-deductible charitable organization and seeks sponsors willing to help this all-volunteer unit reach its professional goals. You can make a donation and not have to shovel horse manure. Support these folks. This is the Marin County Mounted Sheriff's Posse. The Novato Fire Protection District, always there for us. Engine 6161 brush truck, truck 6151, engine 6181, in rescue 60. And the battalion chief's vehicle, which is a golf cart. The Novato Fire Protection District, always there for us. The Novato Fire District. Next we have Detective Diane Lafrance, named by Novato Elks Lodge 2655 as Novato Police Officer of the Year. Diane was recognized for her work in the area of car theft investigation. She is riding in a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. We are pretty sure that it is owned and not stolen by Mark and Carol Mancarelli. Captain Bill Tyler of the Novato Fire District has been switched from the Indian Valley Carriage Company, and he's jumping on the back of the Novato Mothers Club truck. Not to be confused with the Mother Truckers, this is the Mother Club truck. The Novato Mothers Club is a supportive and educational club founded by 6 Novato moms in 1993. Membership now stands at 300 members who enjoy weekly play groups, children's outings, family events, guest speakers, and a monthly newsletter. They are a member-led support group that also contributes philanthropically to the community. Their goal is to enrich the lives of families and promote a sense of community that is open to all. Membership is open to all Novato area mothers. Next. Once again, Novato Fire District Captain Bill Tyler is riding along with the mothers. Howdy, Mom.
grandmothers too.
And grandmothers. Let's not. No, they have their. They can start their own club. Let them pay the fee and sign up. Coming out of the on-deck circle is the Novato Pug Sunday group. Perhaps they only come out on Sundays. Pugsnuggly.com, a Novato-based business, brings you Novato Pug Sunday. Pugs on parade. Not to be confused with pigs on parade. That's down at the county fair. Up here we have pugs on parade. Many thanks and biscuits to Yogi the Pug. And which one is Yogi the Pug, might I ask? Number one, there we go. Grand Marshal of the Pug World. Novato Pug Sunday group.
Every third Sunday.
Every third Sunday they go out and pug around. They all meet at Hamilton at the amphitheater with small shovels and plastic bags in hand, hopefully. Time that they pug on down the line.
Did you see the doggies?
Next we have the St. Francis Preschool. St. Francis Preschool is a nonprofit community service that provides a nurturing, stable environment of fun, friendship, and security for children. It is an environment where preschool children develop into caring, capable, responsible, independent individuals. The preschool emphasizes a child's social, emotional, intellectual, and physical development, where children experience the joy of learning while experimenting, exploring, and playing. St. Francis Preschool since 1967, where learning is not a race of information, but a walk of discovery. Somebody out here walking wrote that. Please raise your hand. I didn't just make that up. St. Francis Preschool. Coming up to bat is the Novato Host Lions and the Novato 7-Uppers Lions Club. The members are passing out flags to spectators. Lions Marty Musser and Ed Seifert in Marty's truck with Lions President Gene Roybal and John Craig in the back. Oh, looks like somebody's missing. Marty's in the hospital. Say a prayer for Marty. Marty's supposed to be here. The second unit is a 1929 Model A Roadster with Lion Pat Donlin, owner, driver, and his friend, Miss Wendy Moore of Mill Valley. Lions, take a bow. Or growl. Next up, we have the entry from the Canarudi Electric Company. What they have here is a 44-pipe calliope, and it was especially made for Ben and Stella Canarudi in 1980. Constructed in Danville, Illinois by custom organ builder Perry Kozat, this calliope rode on a wagon behind draft horses in many local parades and events throughout Northern California. When the Canarudis retired their horses in the mid-'80s, the calliope stayed at their Indian Valley home, only to play at parties and family gatherings. This is its first public appearance in over 20 years. The truck, decorations, and participants are provided by the Canaruti family and B. Canaruti Electric, established in 1962 right here in Novato. Thanks to the Canarutis for bringing it out of retirement for us. Next up, we have the Novato Historical Guild. The Novato Historical Guild recognizes the oldest continuous operating downtown business. The Novato Historical Guild recognizes the oldest continuous operating downtown business, the third generation of Zuni cobblers. Zunini, not to be confused with the Zunis, they're down in New Mexico. This is the Zuninis, the northern version. Zunino! I know it's Zunino, I'm just reading the script. You'll have to complain on Tuesday. Zunino! Zunino! You know, the Mencarellis are looking for you down the line. Ernie and Charlene carry on a fine tradition. Zunino! Zunino! Next up, we have Tykes on Trikes. Not to be confused with that group down at Ragweed. This is Tykes on Trikes, and they're from Creekside Village School. This school provides care and development for children from infants through first grade. Creekside Village School extends their congratulations to the City of Novato for their beautiful renovation of Grand Avenue. We are proud to be located at the edge of downtown Novato, USA. Creekside Village School. College starts here. Creekside Village School.
Look, Leah. Look up. Look up.
What's 4 times 3? 4 times 3. Okay, 2 plus 2. Hey, yes, thank you. You're working on it. We're working on it. Tykes on Trikes and small motorized vehicles and 1 or 2 wagons and a scooter. Coming out of the on-deck circle is Bank of Marin. Peter Pelham and Phyllis Cope have been running the local branch on Grand Avenue for over 10 years. That's a long survival in the banking world. 10 years at the same place. Bank of Marin is the premier community bank in Marin. If you want a familiar face and great service, stop on by. Bank of Marin has 10 branches in Marin and Petaluma. Novato locations in Novato are on Grand Avenue and in Pacheco Plaza. Then we have the Fireman's Fund Insurance Company. Fireman's Fund Insurance Company is the proud owner of Novato's first motorized fire engine. This 1923 Model T Ford is driven by Fireman Fund employee Jason Cassie and Deborah Reeves. Cassé, Cassé, hey, hey, Cassé. Novato's Fireman's Fund Insurance, the first motorized vehicle, 1923, Model T. Here comes Jay Sitton and his 1956 T-Bird. Rumor has it that his older sister had fun with it until their father took it away. Oh, hey, you didn't have to pay to get in. This is saved from a life in a barn. It was condemned to a life imprisonment in a barn with chickens. And it was freed, restored, and here it is. 1956 T-Bird. Painted, somebody name that color. Name that color.
Tangerine. Oh, you're scaring Grammy now, too. Here comes the horses. You like the horses?
Oral orange. Coral orange. Excuse me. Next up, we have the Novato Horsemen's Association. The Novato Horsemen's Club has been around since 1939 and has stayed an active horse group for 76 years. There are more than 250 senior and 100 junior members. The Horsemen have developed additional community events, including a fantastic haunted house. Watch for the Headless Horseman to make his appearance again at the Haunted House Horsemen's Clubhouse this October. The Novato Horsemen's Club since 1939. The Novato Horsemen's Club, including juniors like these little junior people in the back, except the one with the mustache. And here's one of the most important jobs at the Novato Horsemen's Club. Providing fertilizer for our backyards. Next up, we have Joe Garbarino's World War I vehicle collection.
This is World War II.
Joe Garbarino Jr. is well known in Marin County as a passionate recycler. He opened the indoor dump in 1987 and has created and operated the East Curbside Recycling Service in the entire United States. Joe also has a passion for history and especially World War II history. His passion as a collector of World War II vehicles and memorabilia began when he was a child in San Francisco, just at the end of the war. This fascination has continued throughout his life. His purpose is to honor our nation's history and the veterans that serve our country. He has spent countless hours restoring and preserving these vehicles, with attention to the details of keeping the collection correct to the details of history. In the parade, we have the following veterans. Ray Torre from the U.S. Army. Joe Shiro, 442nd Regimental Combat Team. This regiment was made up of U.S. citizens of Japanese ancestry whose families were sent to detention camps during the war. We also have Frank Chapano, U.S. Army World War II European Campaign. Al Ray, U.S. Army World War II European Campaign. Olivier Mirabeau, a French citizen from the Provence area, came with his mother and daughter to honor our veterans who liberated France during World War II. We have Pete Petrovsky, U.S. Army of Korea. We have Kevin Sullivan, U.S. Marine Corps. Henry Fairlow, U.S. Air Force pilot in the current Iraq War. Bob Penn, U.S. Navy, South Pacific Campaign. Thank you all. In this lineup, we have a Patton Jeep, a 1942 Dodge Command Car, a 1941 Willys Jeep, a 1941 Armored Recon Scout Car, a 1965 Jeep, a 1952 Italian Lancia, The Pearl Harbor survivors of Marin would like to take a moment to recognize one of their members who has seen his last parade. John McGoran died in his home on June 24th. The survivors here today are riding in his honor. Under the leadership of Bob Nave, the Nave Patrola has been marching for 35 years, or falling down. They'll do one of those two things. They are a comic World War I marching unit from Novato. Members are made up of the Nave family and a group of fun-loving people. The only qualification is that they need to be able to knock off a half a bottle of scotch before noon. No, seriously, folks. I mean, how can you be serious? The only qualifications are that you have to have 2 left feet and indulge in neutral spirits. Now, I didn't make that up. That's what they put in here. They have won numerous first prize awards for what I don't know in comic and specialty entries. Their antics bringing laughter and tears to the eyes of viewers. Get ready to laugh and cry. Without the Golden Gate Basset Rescue. This is the 7th annual Basset Hound Waddle for Rescue. Waddling to rescue you, maybe someday. There are over 100 Basset Hounds from all over California and some from as far away as Reno and Fresno. That was one long walk, or waddle. As usual, the Hush Puppy leads the way for Queen Emily and King Ralph. I'll let you figure out who they are. The Basset Waddle is one of the biggest fundraisers for Basset Rescue. Last year, this group placed over 137 Bassets into loving homes only. Queen Emily came from a rescue group in Fresno. Her mom raised the most pledges for the Waddle last year, and she is owned by Rich and Gloria Carlson. King Ralph was a rescue from the Reno area, and he was in bad shape health-wise, and we think his fur may have been singed. He is now living the good life with his new family, the Marty McDonald family, in Morgan Hill. Thank you, Novato, for allowing us to strut our stuff in your 4th of July parade. Now you just waddle on out there, hey, out of here now.
There's your photo moment.
Happy birthday. Sir, you're waddling. Now pick it up. What's one step above a waddle? Now we have the Novato Chamber of Commerce is pleased to present North Bay Family Homes as their Small Business of the Year. North Bay Family Homes as Small Business of the Year. They've been the driving force in and around Novato's housing community, especially in affordable housing, where they undertake the Herculean effort to get housing planned, approved, financed, and built. But they won't decorate it. So the average working people can realize the American dream of owning their home. Novato is proud to have North Bay Family Homes make their home in Novato. Small Business of the Year, North Bay Family Home. Not North Bays, not families, singular, North Bay, there's only one bay, family homes. Plural on the home. Brayton Purcell, Lawyers for the People, has long been rooted in local and national civic and social programs. They contribute to the local businesses and events as well as regional events. Brayton Purcell is the Novato Chamber of Commerce's Large Business of the Year. Brayton Purcell encourages the entire well-being of their employees, from actively encouraging pro bono work to offering various monetary incentives for non-smoking, actively staying fit, and remaining healthy. Brayton Purcell is an outstanding company, one Novato is proud to call its own. Next up, we have Love to Dance, and boy do they. Love to Dance Studios are located on Sweetser Avenue in Novato. The director, Tara Howard, offers dance training in hip-hop, jazz, breakdancing, and ballet for ages 3 to adult. Love to Dance is currently offering summer camps and birthday parties. Now let's see the students perform to the tune, Coming to America.
It's not big enough.
love to dance. Hey, do you love to dance? Yes, she does. They don't like to dance, they love to dance. Next we have the Novato Ymca at Hamilton. The Novato Ymca is proud to present its staff, crew, and some members as they celebrate downtown Novato, USA. Joining the YMCA participants are Mike Pritchard, Jim Navarro, Earl Titman, and Grant Phillot, also known as the Wall of Rhythm, the Conga Monkeys, percussion specialists, and there's Mike Pritchard from Novato Video Transfer for all your Novato video needs. Mike, you owe me $10 for that. Next up, we have Peace Novato. Peace Novato believes that peace enables us, even in the darkest moments, to imagine and create beauty out of suffering and death. Since the creation of the Hiroshima Memorial, the crane has symbolized hope for peace and healing. This winter, Peace Novato began folding paper cranes, one for each American soldier killed in Iraq. Each crane carries in the parade today is inscribed with a soldier's name in honor of a life that ended soon. The single large crane symbolizes the thousands of unnamed Iraqis killed during the war. Peace Novato will continue folding a crane for each fallen soldier until the war has ended. Next up, we have the Novato Democratic Club. Please welcome the Novato Democratic Club for its second year in the parade. The club has over 100 active members and meets the first Saturday of each month at 10 a.m. Join them at the Double Rainbow Restaurant in Vintage Oaks. Link up with other Novatans and find out how you can make a difference in local and national races. Come to the next meeting on August 6th. Peace and justice for all, the Novato Democratic Club. Next up, we have St. Mary's Girl Drum and Bell Corps. St. Mary's Chinese Girls Drum and Bell Corps from San Francisco. They were formed 63 years ago. They have performed for presidents and heads of state around the world. They performed in JFK's inaugural parade, twice for Queen Elizabeth, in Taiwan for the presidential inauguration, Taiwan and Mexico. This is their second time in Novato, and we are very pleased to have them here. The St. Mary's Chinese Girl and Drum Corps. In the batter's box is the Novato Theater Company. The Novato Theater Company has performed on the stage of the community house until it was closed for more than 80 years. Since the closure of our beloved community house, these homeless actors, although they do look clean and washed today, these homeless actors asked the city of Novato to save the community house. Let's keep theater alive in Novato. Next up, the U.S. Coast Guard Pacific Strike Team. The U.S. Coast Guard Pacific Strike Team is one of the 3 teams that make up the National Strike Force. It is a vital national asset comprised of a unique, highly trained cadre of Coast Guard professionals who maintain and rapidly deploy with specialized equipment and incident management skills. They are recognized worldwide as experts in preparedness and response to mitigating effects of weapons of mass destruction events, hazardous substance releases, oil discharges, and other emergencies on behalf of the American public. The Pacific Strike Team works for both the U.S. Coast Guard and the Environmental Protection Agency in the area of responsibilities that stretches from the Rocky Mountains to the South Pacific and from the Arctic to the, what's the opposite of the Arctic, Julia? The Antarctic. From the Arctic to the Antarctic. Say that 3 times very quickly. The U.S. Coast Guard Pacific Strike Team. And I'm glad that they've got red flags on the back of that trailer there. Make them street legal. Thank you for complying. Next we have the American Legion Post 540. It was founded at Hamilton Field in 1936. George. Mr. George, it has been active since then, supporting the community with various programs such as Boy Scout Troop 27, the Boys State Program, and veteran support. They meet once a quarter at the Novato Elks Lodge at 7078 Redwood Boulevard. The American Legion Post 540. Since 1936. Next we have Gus Stremming. Gus is the owner of this beautiful 1955 Ford Thunderbird. His daughter Janet is driving. We've double checked. Her license is valid. Her driving record is clean. Riding along is Grandpa Gus. With Grandpa, our grandchildren Dominic and Amber. Amber, please wave. Don't hide down there. There, raise that hand high. Raise that fan high. Next, we have Novato School of Dance. This year, the Novato School of Dance is traveling back in time to the 1950s in downtown Novato, USA. However, that is a queen. That is a... I thought this was the 50s. Under the direction of Kate Kenyon and Debbie Ogden, these dancers have been working for 3 days to create their own nifty float and costumes while learning some swell dances for the parade. Now let's get cool and rock out with them as they celebrate the hula hoop, the limbo, and the golden days of Novato, USA. Hey, where's those hula hoops? You have to go down to the other end of the parade. Next we have the Marin Shrine Club, the 1961 Cadillac Noble Mobile. The 1961 Cadillac Noble Mobile is operated by the Marin Shrine Club. This is the oldest of all shrine clubs in the western United States and a proud member of the ancient Arabic Order of Nobles of the Mystic Shrine. Next we have Cub Scout Pack 85. Cub Scout, hey, careful there, careful on that pine. Hey, that Pinewood Derby is too big for regulations there, but we'll allow it in the parade. They serve the Pleasant Valley.